me see if I can make it bigger. Now, this came from last night's video that I just showed you, but I got a screenshot from it. We were on that path 2 days ago, checking out this ancient wall, California mystery wall. Let me see if this one's any better. This one's a little bit more centered, but it's the same shot. And you have to understand that we were trying to find that trivergence. Is that the correct word? Trivergence. Let's see here. I can hear orange screen. Yeah, the screen is there. Thank you. 5 by 5. What the heck does 5 by 5 mean? I don't know what that means. Okay, I'm going to get some other distracting stuff out of my way, and then let's talk about that trip. Before we do, let's get back into it. There's other things that I want to talk about. Okay, I'm just kidding. By the way, yeah, I'm trying to get more money. I need money. So these paintings are for sale. This is 5 foot tall by 10 foot wide. It's called The Path. It doesn't have anything to do with the Richat structure. It actually started getting painting about 10 years ago, and it's a long story, but it will be signed Stig. And if you check out my Facebook, you can see other work I've done in the past. I think that my process has changed a lot. I like landscapes. I do like to do the occasional portrait, not in the same one. So if you want your portrait done, take a look at my previous one. So many. Brand new. This, what do you mean? How old is this? Oh, 5 by 5 means perfect sound. Good. I didn't know that. I want to move that over here so I don't look like this every time I'm checking the chat, but I'm getting this figured out. I'm actually going to redo this. This painting has another painting underneath it that you probably have seen in a couple of previous like this live streams. I may have done it in an upload, but I doubt it. And the reason why is because I've got to start jacking up the waste of making money. Okay, so let me just, where is that? Is it right here? We do have to talk about a few things. There we go. And let me grab what just fell down. Lanyard, whatever you call this thing. The way in Skyline Park. What about it? No, Harley Quinn. What are you talking about? Okay, be very clear what you need me to do for you, because I promise I want to do it. I want to make my audience happy, but my audience has to make me happy more. Oh, and now I lost 4 viewers. What happened? See what happens? So I did go to this conference on precession and ancient knowledge presented by Binary Research. And okay, again, I know about, I'm going to show you the wall. I'll go back to it. I promise. I'll show you everything I got, and I have to do it in a half hour. Here's the by the way, one person did win a free ticket. How old is the wall? I mean, we can't answer that question. The wall is kind of inferior, so I don't think it's ancient. Like, for example, we can say that we've got our Peruvian walls. And how old are those in your mind? I think they're older than they say. Some of them, they give like 1,000 years, 2,000 years max. The old stuff over there in Peru is clearly older. Now, all of it is a lot more superiorly created. These are flat rocks. Now, the argument can be said that they are similar to the ones found in Africa, because they are laid. It's just a gravity thing, really. Yeah, I do think there was a, what do you call it? What goes between the rocks? Mortar. There was mortar in there. I think they put mortar on the top. They made it flat. I think they could walk on it. I think they could walk along it. I think maybe it was a footpath in a way. I was on it, and you can see all that in yesterday's video. He did edit it. Thanks, because he. I just need to shut my mouth sometimes. Thank you. There you go. So let's get back to this. Wait, I got to change I changed it. Why is this showing? Oh, this is never mind. That's my problem. Okay, so let's talk about this. Number one speaker, you can say without a doubt, was Robert Schoch. Okay, got a picture of he and I, right? Me, him, and me. Okay, let me grab that for you real quick. Go to my Twitter if you want to copy it and paste it. Where's my profile? I did a few things since. That was from yesterday, but I used the same thumbnail. So go to my Twitter if you don't know who I Am Kairos is. I took that picture. Wait, I'm not showing you. Okay, hold on. Am I showing you or not? There we go. Sorry about that. Let's go now. So again, this is my Twitter. You can add to my Twitter or follow me. Stig 'em up. Stig 'em up. And let's get rid of that. And this is from yesterday. That was his. I used the same. I was about to go live. Yeah, thank you, Crypto Alchemist, for calling me out, because it was important that I came over there. And here's an image from that. There's the wall. And it's stacked up, right? So is there mortar through that whole thing? And by the way, could it have been done 200 years ago? Yeah, it could have. So I think it's about 500. Who's that? Jason Lee Barr. Let's explore together. All right. I don't know where he's located, but whatever. Okay, let's get out of there and go to the procession. Okay, let me put my how do you do it? Where there I am. That's what I want to do. So I can hold stuff up to the camera sometimes. And actually, I do want to enlarge it to show you what I got. This is part of the story. So let's get that in there. This is, can I maximize this? I don't think so. This is part of the story. And this was from Ancient Apocalypse Season 2. And we've got basically this kind of happened before CPAC. So I was holding up the brochure for CPAC 2024. Number one speaker was Robert Schoch. Robert Schoch and Graham Hancock know each other from the Yonaguni underwater structure in Japan. I lived 100 miles from there. But Robert Schoch was also involved with the Sphinx. Everybody knows Robert Schoch is basically the PhD geologist who said there's water erosion on the Sphinx that shouldn't be there according to mainstream narrative. Now, during his speech, I just saw last Saturday, Robert Schoch said that Göbekli Tepe has changed the narrative, because when he said that about the Sphinx, the response was, we don't have any proof anybody could do anything like that before the Egyptians. Well, Göbekli Tepe changed the narrative. And when I saw this picture from Graham Hancock's Ancient Apocalypse, we see the stars that were put on the stone. Now, I checked into this, but at the time I thought the vulture was Vega. So I went straight to Vega. And then I saw Scorpio, and I said, well, that ain't right. But now Graham Hancock has produced this image on his, and I think I may have seen that but not believed it. But when Graham Hancock releases it, it's a little bit more credible, in my opinion. So I took another look, and I said, wow, what's right above the wing in this image? And I put the hi, Harley Quinn. Yeah, I see your comment. I can address that in a bit. Let me finish my point. The circle that you see is the center of the galaxy, basically. Am I right or am I wrong? Now, look, I do believe that from what I've looked at in the galaxy, this bright spot gets covered up by this dark matter, and it is actually the center of the galaxy. This is the Milky Way. So I put that on my, and I said right here, in this, I said, so could the circle be the black hole at the center of the solar system, the galaxy, the Milky Way, which we are a part of? And that was on October 16th. On Saturday, I hear the same thing spoken in the meeting. And I talked to the guy that said it, and he had a poster hanging, and it showed the same exact thing pointed right at the center of the galaxy. Maybe he saw this. I don't think he saw this. That was a thing. I got it from Graham Hancock, but I don't think he did. And we're saying the same thing. So I was very happy that happened. Okay, Harley, I'll address that. Hold on, let me. There I am. Hi. So Harley, you said the watermarks. What happened? The watermarks made sense because you thought that they were considered sensible because there wasn't a desert back then. True. There was. Okay, so you have to understand, in a 26,000 year procession, and by the way, we talked about it because that's the name of this 26,000 years. Actually, here they use more of a 24,000 year because of the Yuga cycle, the Golden Age, the Silver Age, the Iron Age in the Yuga cycle. is the bad times, really. And so you've got like a golden age, and then our iron age is when we're able to carve stones, but we've got it here. So we've got it kind of a reverse thought on that. I don't know how to describe it, but let's answer that question. It's both. Okay. First of all, remember that cycle. I was going to say the desert, Sahara has been green twice since that cataclysm. Now, was it a greener place? I don't know everything, but I can tell you that it was a green place twice in the last 13,000 years. So we have cycles going on, and the Sahara goes green a lot. Now, what happens when the wind blows all the topsoil to Brazil? We might have a problem going green again, but if you didn't read the news, Morocco has had the first flood, and it's the most flood they've ever had. So there's more rain coming. And when we talk about climate change, do I believe in climate change? Sure, but do I believe it's man-caused? No. Blame me for climate change? What did I do? Blame Coca-Cola for climate change? Maybe you can go there, but you certainly can't tell me that the sun isn't responsible for climate change with what we know now. And by the way, that was Robert Schoch. His speech wasn't about the past. His speech, his lecture was about CME being the cause of the ice sheets melting. A CME, coronal mass ejection hit the ice sheets. Would you die if a CME hit you? Maybe not, but you got to get inside, right? That's why they had all these underground communities. So let's talk about this first, and then I'm about 15 minutes in. Ben Van Kerkwyk was there. Hugh Newman was there. I've got their books right here signed. Charlotte Morose came back. She was kind of an MC, but she did have a little bit of a speech, which I guess I missed. Freddie Silva was there. Now, I listened to his lecture outside in the lobby and was kind of chatting with other people, but quickly got him to sign a book. I'll show you. And here, Boris Fritz, the Yugas. Unfortunately, with the crowd exiting, I don't know where he went. And like I said, I was in the lobby watching on the big screen out in the lobby. So when he spoke, there was one sample he gave away of a kind of a product that he was doing. By the way, do I have little speckles all over the black in here? I got to double check. Look at my hand. Look at all that. Do you see a clear hand or do you see a speckled hand? Give me a 1 if the hand is clear. Give me a 2 if the hand has little speckles like sound interference. I got a new webcam. I'm suspecting it's the webcam itself, and I did drop it. So I might just go get another. They're only $30. But if you can't see that, well, it's not coming into focus. I'm pretty sure that's both sides. It probably focuses right there, but I feel like there's speckles all over it. Anyways, let me know real quick. Give me a 2 if there's speckles. Give me a 1 if I'm hallucinating and it's all clear. Because I signed up for the free 1080 StreamYard 1080. So this is supposed to be the highest res you can get. And I did that on purpose. Not seeing any comments on that. Let me know how it's a 2, right? So yeah, and that's why I'm going to probably go get another webcam and test it that way. And if it doesn't work, then I'm going to return this one. Okay, let me show you the books real quick because this is kind of cool. I'm going to go backwards. Freddie Silva did a book called Portals. That's a dolmen on the top. He spoke. There's a lot of people listed down there. So I haven't dug into this yet. He did sign it. And be the change. Be the change. Okay, next book. I'm going to show you the best last. That includes a special surprise. And then maybe I can get some pictures. This one, okay, so I forgot to mention Walter because he's the one that puts on the show. And he did this book called The Great Year. And it's illustrated by a different person, but Walter wrote it. I like the ones that are easy for kids. Also, I might want to sell these someday. So I get the ones that are easier to be sold. There's a lot of books to choose from. And that says, oh, that's just a signature. He says, go big, go big. Okay, so I'm going to put all my videos on Patreon because so you guys are lucky to hear it. 3, what's a 3? No focus on the small letters. Well, we're not going to go worry about that. So this came from Walter Crudenden, and Tommy, the time-traveling turtle, goes through, as you can see, the Yuga cycle. And yeah, you also forgot the Bronze Age. So when we talk about Bronze and Iron Ages, you got to rethink what that really means. And when they say, oh, Turkey's Copper Age, well, now it's totally been twisted, right? But when we first started talking about Bronze and Iron Age, we're here. Wait, yeah. I don't know if they're showing a mirror. This is my left, so that's it. Wait, that's my left. Good, yeah, that's good. No mirror. So this is where we are right now, apparently, and I guess we're going down. Why? Well, the constellations are right here, and Pisces is right there, and this is Aquarius, I guess. Not sure about that, so don't quote me on that. Where are we next? I'll put that here. So I did get. I forgot to mention. Joseph Selby. Let me find the book. Where's the? He was first thing in the morning, and so I totally nice guy, and apparently he had something to do with the venue. This gentleman here signed a book for me. His name is Joseph Selby, and he's was talking about the Satya Yuga, and I saw him last year, I believe. So he did a great talk about the Yugas, and so I got his book called The Yugas, and the signature, because I do want to try to finish up in a decent amount of time. Where is that signature? There it is. It says, may all your days feel like Satya Yuga. May all your days feel like Satya Yuga, to Stig. Okay, I think these messages are important because it helps summarize things, and Satya Yuga must be the epitome of golden age, I guess, maybe. I don't know, because I haven't even cracked these books. You're going to love this one. Hugh Newman, I talked about him already. He's a great guy. And by the way, he gave me his email. And oops, I think it's right here falling out. Oh, yeah. And by the way, Hugh Newman is responsible for Megalithomania. I didn't realize that. I've been a subscriber for years. And he has a tour to Göbekli Tepe. So those are falling out of the book. I just stuck him in there when it was all happening. Somewhere around here I have his email, but let's assume there it is. I found the email. Wait, that's not the email. That's a receipt. Maybe I didn't get his email. Maybe I found out how to email him somewhere. He didn't give me a major message. Giant good wishes. Giant good wishes. So that was also co-written by Jim. But I'm telling you, the minute I saw Giants, I was totally interested. Loved meeting him. He's a great guy. And of course, first thing I say to all these guys is, I'm the guy that went to the Richat 3 times. But who else went to the Richat 3 times? Well, lots of people. But what other YouTuber? Well, the one that went 2 times and came out with this book is Graham Langdon. Now, he wasn't at CPAC, but I have it with me because this book just arrived. I just got it. And it's about the idols that grab their belly button. There's a bunch of them here. I don't know if you saw that or not, but it's called The Mystery of the Naval Idols. And he also discovered those hand-ground axe heads in the Richat on his second trip. He found some shells, but it was not inside the actual Richat structure. And down, I think, in the same area, he met a nomad who didn't ask for any money. And it's not in this book, so I'd have to dig it up. All these hand axe heads scattered in this valley, like 10,000 of them easy, maybe more. And somebody, I think they're very old, right? 100,000 years old to 1 million. So why was there a big, I'm walking. Okay, let me try to focus, man. Focus. So I'm going to focus. These books here are the ones that I took with me just in case I had to sit down. And then I'm going to show you the last 2 books. Of course, the connection is Robert Schoch. 2 things about Robert Schoch. And I didn't find, that's weird. Oh, now I know what I did. There is a screenshot, Robert Schoch showing a scan of the Sphinx. Robert Schoch assures us, and he's a mainstream geologist. He's not a pseudo-archaeologist. And he assures us there is a chamber under the left paw of the Sphinx. Okay? So I asked him that question. If you look at my video about the Sphinx, you'll know that I had this theory that the block on top was a separate block that they placed there originally, and then they carved down later on. Maybe they did the body on a later project, and he said, absolutely not. It's one piece. He kind of pulled the "I'm a geologist and you're wrong" statement, but yeah, he's got good books too. I'm going to show you what I got. Let me quickly go through the books I took. This one, I ordered it. It got wet, about Indian mounds. Nobody signed it. I took it with me because I do care about mounds quite a lot. When I asked Brian Forrester, what book of yours should I read first? He said Aftershock. I took it with me because I ordered this a long time ago. I just thought since I have 2 copies, I could have given it to someone, and I did not. We also have, I couldn't take all my Graham Hancock books or all my Brian Forrester books, but I took America Before because we knew that the new season that he did was going to be, his new season was going to be focused on America. So he did sign this for me 3 Easters ago. And last but not least, I did get one more book by Brian Forrester because this is the second book. We got to realize there is no such, there are some cultures that bound their skulls to make it elongated, very few, but there was a civilization, maybe even the Tartarian connection. These guys may have been giants, but these guys existed. You see their skulls. You can even see connected to the rest of their body, thrown in a cave in Peru. If you watch the video on that one, where 2 guys go to this cave, and the cargo culture may have copied their skulls, but honestly, we can't deny this was a civilization of beings. Homo sapiens, I don't think so. Okay, but there's somebody, and this was a real civilization, and he goes through it in this book, and this was the second book he told me to get. But when you're looking at some of these babies, you know, you can't say that this was due to binding. Nobody, a few people, but they were in Egypt, they were in Peru. Okay, another book that I took with me was my books. Okay, yes, I wrote a book called Not Stars, Just Sex under the pseudonym Gets Ferrari. But it's not porn. It's not sex tourism. It's just a joke about a commercial that was on. And if you want to learn about COVID's predecessor, SARS, this is where you go. Okay, you can read this for free on Amazon. Okay, there's this sequel. Yeah. And by the way, I used my middle name backwards. So Stig is Gits. Stig is Gits. You can read those for free on Amazon. I don't have printed copies available at this time. Okay, now the last 2 books you're going to love. And by the way, this is something that I could give away as a prize, because, or maybe sell it if you have enough money. What kind of cash are you willing to offer? Let me just put these out of the way. Okay, first of all, I'm going to show you the Robert Schoch book that I got first. And he has a co-writer, but this was the one. And by the way, there was another one I probably should have gotten. Wonderful meeting you. Thank you so much for your interest in my work. With best wishes. And by the way, after he signed it, he photographs it. Why? I don't know. Probably wants to prove later on down the line that he's met me or something. And then here, and by the way, this might be the emails. No, that's just a receipt. So here's and I have photos. Robert Schoch's wife. Robert Schoch's wife, Catherine Ulysses, was also there. And she wrote a book about the Sphinx with the more now accepted by us narrative. Okay. And by the way, it's also signed by her husband, Robert Schoch. And best of all, it's not personalized. It doesn't say Stig. So you can actually buy this off of me and give it to somebody else. And it hopefully will be children or somebody young. It's not written. She says it very clearly. A scientific consultant is Robert Schoch. So his name is on the front of the book as well. And it's not written for children. Okay. But what it is written in the spirit of families learning together the truth about the Great Sphinx. And you can see the line. Well, not really. Interesting. Okay. So we can finish talking about that and go back to the original topic. I don't know even how many people I have in here. 6 people. Thank you for your thumbs up. Thank you for sharing this video. You share it now. Okay, I got 4 thumbs up. Now 5 for me. We got 6 people total. So 2 of you could still give me a thumbs up and share. No focus on the small letters. Hi, Joe. All right. Love his work on giants. Michael, yeah, we're going to find out what he said. And I hear about that. I thought it was on the head. What was on the head? Harley, I don't know. I haven't associated that. I can't see any smaller than the great year. The great year. Well, like I said, I wasn't here to like show you the book. Hey, Creation in the Universe. Thank you for joining. I'd appreciate your share. I'm about to show some cool stuff. Let me go back over to this screen. As I was saying at that CPAC conference, we also decided that this circle is the center of the universe, the center of the galaxy, the center of the galaxy. And the reason why, it was just look at this picture. That's it. And I thought so, and I put that here. And then later on at the CPAC conference, somebody else had a poster saying the same thing, pointing right at the center of the galaxy. Okay, they didn't mention the black hole part. All right, that's pretty much finished here. Let's get, you know what I want to do? I just want to go straight to I Am Kairos's drone footage. I put I Am Kairos's channel down below, and he gave me the drone footage without edit. So hopefully I don't say something stupid. Actually, the drone footage doesn't have any sound, but he also had his Nikon 900 on a gimbal, and he was getting some. While I was live streaming, and it was so terrible, he was using, I don't know what you call it, a hard version with his professional camera. And okay, I got to stop looking at that. Why am I looking at that live and letting you look at my messages? Okay, stop doing that. That's what we're going to look at first. This is the Trivergence point. Check out I Am Kairos for, I'm not going to show the whole drone footage. So I'm just going to grab the important stuff, and we're going to talk about it more than anything. I don't have a lot of time left, so this isn't going to last a long time. Let's go with the drone footage, okay? So he took off. I'm going to kind of scan through this one. I want to get to the Trivergence point. Where is it? Okay, there we go. So he's up and over the wall. This is the California Mystery Wall. And that Y point, it looks like a Y, asks the question, why are these walls here, right? And, you know, this wall, that when we were walking up, we asked a lot of people the question. And the answer was the Chinese did it. When? Well, after they were done with the railroads. So back in the 1860s. This matches up perfectly with the whole Tartarian theory cover-up. Do you have any info on the mana you make? Mana? Okay, let's focus here. Now, this video is it's only 5 minutes. I'm going to zoom a little farther. He's got a perfect shot of the Trivergence. Look how long that is. Actually, when you look at this, let's do it right now. I'm going to open it up on Google Earth. Yeah, I should have done that in advance. And we're going to look and see how straight this wall is. Okay, so I'm going to pull that out. I'm getting it ready right now. Right now, this is a lot. What were you looking at last on Google Earth? It shows you. I was looking at the grave of Genghis Khan, and there's an image apparently. So when it comes to where is Genghis Khan or Genghis Khan buried, go ahead and look at the video. I just saw that. Who did it? I can't remember, but I had to go there myself. And apparently his grave is like right here, there, right up there. His grave marker is like here. Let's zoom into that one. Apparently it's that thing, and this is his mound, a created mound. Oh, I know where I got this. It was CFAPPS, CF Apps. He sadly passed away about 3 years ago, and I'm going through his old videos. I was going there for the California Wall, all right, but I found this video, and I couldn't resist. So let's go to the California Wall. Let me get rid of all this, and we're going to take the photos off, too, because they really get in the way when you're looking for stuff. And where was I? I was in Napa. So to go here, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to just search Skyline Park, Napa. Skyline Park. And let's see if Napa probably won't come up because there's a lot of those. But if I put Napa in, then we can find it. Yeah, IMOLA Avenue, Napa, California. Now we're not talking about ancient history. I don't believe for a second these walls are as old as, say, the stone circles in. Yeah, there we are. Perfect. Okay. So I still have to get oriented. When I pulled up, we parked here. This is not the way to do it. Let me get rid of this thing and kind of look at it. Okay, Coombs Ranch Dam was probably where we kind of went. Let's see here. I just want to take a quick look to see what's there. Now, I don't remember any of this. I did see a buck deer. That was really cool. Okay, oops. Oh, is that the ranch? What's that up there? Okay, so I don't remember that, so I'm not going to go over there. Okay, so there's the mine. So I think we were right here. Now, I'm not seeing the walls yet, so let's get rid of the 3D. Let's point it north, so I'm always north. And let's see if we can find it where we were. I don't remember the lakes either. I do remember the names of the trails. Okay, there's got to be a better way. Where are those walls? Must be over here. Skyline Trail. I remember we kind of went far to get to the walls, and then we came back. There's no way I'm going to find this stuff live on there, unfortunately. Let's just see if I can get rid of that and try a little harder. Let's just kind of zoom out and give you a chance to know where we are. So there's San Francisco down there in the Bay of San Francisco, and Napa is a little bit north of it. The city of Napa is north of it. Imola, there's a street, Skyline Wilderness Park right there. And so we went on these switchbacks back and forth up the mountain. I believe it must have been Skyline Trail, but I'm not seeing the wall. And it's so obvious when you see it. It's like, yeah, look at that. It's so straight. This is the reason why I'm trying to pull it up right now. Buckeye Trail, that was another one. There's a lot of Buckeyes, apparently. I had to look that up. Lake Marie Road. Okay, so that's right there. Lake Marie. Okay, I know where we are now. So really, we had to climb. I still don't understand why I can't find the walls. There it is. That must be it right there. No? Manzanita Trail rings a bell. Where are those walls? Can't see them. Manzanita Trail Bikers Bypass. Oh, there we are. There we go. See? That's it. Got it. So there you are looking at that same structure. Now, this line here, and we'll use the measuring tape, starts there and goes all the way over here and then makes an angled turn. Okay, we didn't follow the wall. We had to follow the trail. But look at how straight that wall goes across to over here. And it's still going, and it's still going, and it's still going to here. Now, you have another angle right here. It goes all the way to about there. So you've got a crazy big wall that is half a mile long. Why does it say only 36? That doesn't make sense. 0.36? Okay, well, maybe I'm wrong then. Maybe I measured it wrong last time because I was saying half a mile, and I think it's the same reason why. So there you go. That's a third of a mile, but you can see how straight. Oops, I messed it up. You can see how straight it is, and we were on that trail there too. We didn't really notice. I think I do remember when we got to this point. I think I walked on the wall here in that video, and it's like 3 foot wide. There we go. CFAPS, yeah, RIP. On your way to the dentist. Oops, sorry to hear that. I hope it's not bad news. Like me. I think we have more wall over here. That's why I added it. Let's move this to here, and let's follow it down here. And then we have another one. So to about here, I can just add it on. Now it's half a mile. And by the way, we're not even talking about this part. This part was hard to find. You know, I couldn't even stand right there. It looks so clear, but I couldn't stand right in the middle there. And I think that these walls were created so you could walk on them, but they're not strong enough for a vehicle to drive on. In my opinion, they'd get torn up pretty quick. There's more walls over here. There's other pieces of walls here and there. So please know. Let me see if I have I made a deal with somebody to go help them and to find out if they're waiting. No, Good. I'm going to take a little longer here because I feel like I'm on a roll. We're going to, there's no way I'm going to find what I found next. Well, actually, Kairos, please subscribe to his channel for stuff like this. He lives right there. I was going through, he told me about the California wall, and I said, I'm all in. Let's go. Well, now we started walking down this Lake Marie Road, and he showed me this megalithic structure. No way we're going to find it. Okay, see that straight line right there? It was right about here on Lake Marie Road. I'm giving you all the secrets. You can go there yourself. Lake Marie Road has a dam. So if we see the dam, we've gone too far because we didn't go to the dam. I had a kind of a time, pretty sure that, oh, okay, wow, there it is. Awesome. Awesome. So we're going to share this. Boom, look at that. Look at that. Let's get rid of this and let's put a point down. Let's get the info, location. And now I'll paste that location in the chat right there for you. So there's the location right there. That's the megalithic structure. I can't believe that we can see it from the air. Hope you're still here to see that, Crypto. Yeah, amazing, amazing stuff. And I'll tell you, right over here, there was this other structure, and there were tunnels, but they looked like they were capped off. So let me get out of there, and we can see it with our clearly. That's where I stopped. And yeah, look at this. Let me get the. Okay, what's this one? Let's see what's on here. There we go. That's it. Now you can see how this stuff, I'm going to stop it for a second. You can see the strata layers. This looks so different from what looks more natural below it. So I don't know if that's fill, maybe this cut that he's going to go above, which it's not very wide. I don't think I could go in there and do these chisel marks. Now, down here behind the tree, that's a doorway that was maybe added later. And look at what you see on the wall. You see chisel marks. He's going to go in there, not with the drone. He goes in there. The chisel marks could be modern day. They could be hunter-gatherer. But who cut this stone? That's the real question. You can't say this land is right next to an asylum. And the asylum apparently is still working today. So when you say did the asylum, and the asylum apparently had to give up some of their land. So when you're going back, there's some tight fences you're walking through, and apparently both sides still belongs to the asylum. I'm looking at the camera. You can't see me. Let me see if I can put my picture in there for a little bit. Remember, the painting behind me is available. It's 5 foot tall, 10 foot wide. It'll make for a full room mural, and I'll send it. I'll roll it up and send it to you. I don't have a price on it yet, but I'm not going to give it for $100. So let's start with 1,000. It's got a little crease in it because it was flattened out when it was rolled up. I'm going to take that out. I'll make sure it's perfect and flat and nice, and I will return your money if you don't get it, or if it doesn't get shipped, or if something happens. Like I'm taking care of it and it gets ruined. I'm going to take any wrinkles out of it. I'm an artist, been an artist for more than 30 years, about 40 years now. I've been doing shows. You can check my Facebook. Okay, let's get back to, oh, sorry. I meant to put my, there. That's what I kind of wanted to do, but let's just put me full screen again. I'm learning how to use this StreamYard. Now let's watch the video a little more, just a tad. Actually, I'd love to speed it up because he's using, this is a drone, okay? So he's going to go above there. I'm going to speed over and get the tight shot he does in the middle. There, let's stop it. Boom. Okay, again, yes, Harley, you mentioned that there's a 90-degree angle. Now over here, I'm going to tell you, I've been a carpenter. From this point to this point, it looks like it's about 11 feet. Not 12, not 10, but 11 feet. Back there, it looks like it's 8 foot. So what I believe is that somebody later on used this as a house, and they covered it with a roof or something. We're not talking about recent. There's no sign of any of this. But what they did do is they chiseled a door right there. And that door is shorter than, I think I had to duck. I'm not sure. That doorway was shorter than me. And those chisel marks are unweathered in that doorway. The chisel marks are also seen all around, but they're very weathered in the exposed areas. Now there's chisel marks right there I can see. So you can tell that there's chisel marks on the other side of this. You could call it a buttress, but what it really is that's the bedrock of the mountain. So this path here may have been created before or after. I believe that the path was before, because you can see an endpoint here. So I believe that whoever created this, it could have been modern day. Maybe the asylum, there's some dark rumor that they were cremating bodies out here, and they did it far away from the main asylum, so they didn't upset the other patients. So you might check, you may or may not believe that. I think that the other structure that's just a few yards away, actually, did he show that other structure in the last night's video? From what I saw, he didn't. But that other structure that's down the path, it also has, well, okay, so there's this, at the back of this, I believe it's at the back of this one, there is what looks like an altar kind of carved into the rock. And again, I think it looks like something that people who could have lived in there did to worship their gods and ancestors. That altar is carved into the stone, but it's the same shape as down the road, which I thought was maybe there's a smokestack, a cremation. There is a smokestack. So it really could have been to cremate bodies, but not here. In fact, I think the original use of this is beyond our scope of knowledge. I mean, I don't think I could have gotten back there and carved that. By the way, this footage was taken by I Am Cairo's channel. The link to his channel is below. He tried to climb this, and I was like, don't drop your beautiful Nikon. So we're going to go a little forward. And so I think that we can measure the distances between these and find a consistent measurement. But as it widens out, when it gets to where you enter, I think that is a little wider, maybe carved. Like you're in this house and you're like, this could be a bigger room. Let's just, I don't know how they carved this. Not with iron chisels. You know me. Okay, we're trying to get a good shot here. Let's see. I think he, let's move it a little forward. I think he gets a good shot right about here in there. Let's look how tight that is. Now, I could probably fit my body in there, but could I go in there and carve with a chisel that clean line? I don't think so. I do not think so. All right, we're going to have to figure out what happened to that microphone earlier. You couldn't hear my music? I had the coolest song, and now I deleted that. Okay, so I closed that music down. Too bad, because that was the coolest music, and for some reason, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. My microphone just wasn't active in the beginning, although I entered the stage. Okay, what else is there on his? Let's take a quick peek. He looks at the mountain across the way, and that is a lot of people do feel that's layered. If you count the number 1, 2, 3, and down here it looks like 4. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 segments. Like I believe that giants could have done some of this. Now, why were giants putting walls there? Maybe that was done later. Oh, by the way, I didn't even mention Sutter's Butte. But if you know that I am very interested in giants, I believe that giants could have lived here. I believe that there was ancient mining going on. These California mystery walls, which are a little inferior to, say, the megalithic stonework that I just showed you, carving into stone. And is it granite? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. There must have been some use. Could they have done it with jackhammers in the 20s? Sure, but then who later made the doorway? They were, okay, so let's look at this next one, because I really hope that he's got a shot of it's along the Lake Marie Road. Okay, so unfortunately, this isn't looking straight down, but maybe his footage can confirm that the distance between this point and this point and this point and this point are consistently the same. There's a question whether or not something's under the ground. I don't think so, because it's the same shape as the mountainside. But over here, this was carved out. It has that back part we were just looking at. Let's go to the third video that he gave me and take a quick look. Okay, so we're up above it. Let's stop that right there. So obviously, this has no width consistency. I do believe that that's covered bedrock. So this bedrock here is the same as this bedrock there. And yeah, these two distances look so... I mean, honestly, you got to get in there with a laser beam. I should have. Next time I go up there, I'm going to take my laser measurement tool. And as you can see, this thing got widened out a little bit, skinnied out. This thing doesn't look consistent. Maybe it was literally not that important for the creator to be consistent. To me, it looks a little bit wider, like 11 foot wide right there. And that right there looks like it could be less than 8 foot. So I'll take a look at that a little more. But to talk about it, yeah, some great shots down. Yeah, that is a tree, not a smokestack. I was talking about something else. Okay, so what's on the other side of this mountain? There's a well. I'm sorry, there's a mine. There's a mine on the other side. Okay, I'm not showing you. I'm not showing you. Sorry. Let me go back. Let's go back. Okay, so that's the mountain I mentioned. I'm sorry how much I didn't show you just now. This is the mountain, and it's got 5 segments, and it's got 4 divisions. They're all consistent. Perhaps that's what the giants... Look, there's a path going right over there. How do you get... You have to go down a steep hill to get to that path. And then we were talking about everything I was saying a minute ago. I'll just repeat it real quick. Let's go to the beginning. So here is the structure. I was saying that these distances between each other. Yeah, Catalina Island, very interesting. I don't know about giants there. So let me check into that. And maybe Hugh Newman has something in his book about it. Any links you want to give me, Joe? You're always welcome to send me links. I think we're connected on Facebook, aren't we? Even if we're not, you can always put a link down below. Okay, I've been on for an hour, and I was supposed to go to work 20 minutes ago. So here we have 90-degree angles. Right in there, that's a 90-degree angle. The back is also the same as this. That's a 90-degree angle for sure. The way we look at it is maybe a little off. It totally, the very beginning, you could see that the top was a different material, maybe not necessarily bedrock, but definitely compacted earth. I'm pointing my mouse to it. I think you can see that. And then the line where... So the compacted earth could have been a later thing too, you know? Anyways, it's not that perfect that I call that superior work, but it's not that inferior when it comes to comparison with the wall. And that's that. Guys, you have the last chance to ask any comments or questions. And I'm going to... Oh, you're watching from a dentist chair. Great. I'm so glad you're still here. Let me just see if there's anything that the step pyramid, yeah, exactly, step pyramid. You know, and that's more on I Am Kairos' channel. I think he talks about stuff like that. I like to kind of show... Oh, okay, I'll check that. Thank you, Joe. I'll check that about Hugh and his partner made a video. I will check it. Let's see here. Where are we standing? Where do we stand? I'm just looking for the main. How many viewers? We have 9 watching now, 10 thumbs up. Thank you so much for that. We're kind of at the end, so I won't ask you to share the video. But if you'd have anything more to say about this topic, feel free to refresh the page once it's over. And hi there, Harley. Ask your questions. Feel free to share your comments down below. Once this thing is finished, you can refresh it, and then you can leave comments down below. Sometimes the live stream disappears, but I've been seeing my live streams on my device, my phone. This live stream is coming from my computer, and it's using different platforms. So sometimes I don't see those. Let me see if I can enlarge myself. Kind of wanted to put both. Okay, now I just disconnected. Let's make sure that we can still hear me, or I'm just going to be silent for a while. Okay, good. I'm still there. Oh, wow, I'm so loud. I think, how many of you think I should turn down the volume of my microphone? There are supposed to be some giants in Catalina Island. is, of course, off the coast of basically San Diego, right? Kind of goes south from LA for a while, maybe across from Orange County. I think it's pretty much San Diego. And you have to, is there a bridge there or not? I forgot. I don't think there is a bridge. I think you have to take a boat to it. There's where we were. We're going down to Catalina Island area. Where is Catalina Island? Okay. Those are the Channel Islands. Okay, there's Catalina. So let's just take a quick look at what we've got. And think about the sea levels rose 400 feet. Long Beach is right there. Catalina is right there. Yeah, it's not. I guess there's a different island down here that, or maybe that bridge. Where does that bridge go? It's probably this thing right here. Coronado Bridge. Yeah. See, I always used to think that was Catalina Island. I know that's not correct. So Catalina has giants. Huh? I do have to look at that. There's only a few places. Is there an airport? Catalina Airport right there. Okay, there's an airplane on the airport. That's a small one. It's not really, I don't think that airport's set up to take large airliners. But since you know I'm a pilot, I think you can take a shuttle across right here. There we go. Avalon. Yeah, so a lot of people are just confined to this area, and then they might take maybe local transportation to one of these beach areas. But you have to ask yourself, what's going on in the middle of that island? So I have heard stories. There's my boss calling me, guys. So when I say boss, the person who's going to pay me some money to do something. So I will be saying goodbye now. Okay. I wish I could turn it off. Thank you much. Y'all have a good day. I'm going to go try to make some money, put some dollar bills. Okay. Soon the Patreon is going to be flooded with things you can pay for. I'm not depending on YouTube for money anymore. And that's where we stand with that. I'm just trying to, I'm not used to StreamYard. I'm just trying to find stuff that shows. I don't know if you can hear the music. This is my famous outro. Yeah, it's really sucks because now if you don't know what this image is, it's a connecting typhoons over the island of Taiwan. Anyways, that's my ending. I'm just going to play the music while I shut this down. Any more chats? No. Put your chats below in the comment once this is over, please. I look forward to any type of input from any of my viewers. All right. Thank you. Have a good one.